What's going on, guys? This is Rob, and this is to let you all know that I've got merchandise, t-shirts and hoodies and stuff like that. You'll find the link down in the description. You guys have been screaming at me long enough to have that stuff, so if you guys want it, click the link, go check it out, and yeah, on to the video! Okay, so we are picking up with Cosmic Ghost Rider Part 2, and yeah, dude, I love Cosmic Ghost Rider. I don't know what it is, man. Like, Donny Cates, everything this guy touches turns to gold. It's kind of bonkers. For those of you guys who are unfamiliar with Cosmic Ghost Rider, go check out the Thanos solo run. It's insanely amazing. It's really, really, really good. But Cosmic Ghost Rider is basically Frank Castle, the Punisher, with the Ghost Rider's powers and like a cosmic motorcycle. You know, here's a question I have for you guys. So like, if there was one song that Cosmic Ghost Rider would listen to on repeat when he's like riding around in space or like fighting people, what song would it be? Like that's my question for you guys. What song would he be listening to? Because I feel like it would be AC/DC. Like I feel like it would be something from AC/DC. Shoot to Thrill or something along those lines. I think it'd be kind of amazing. Anyway, okay, so up to this point, it was basically Cosmic Ghost Rider went back in time, and his idea was, I am going to grab baby Thanos. I want to grab Thanos as a baby, and I'm going to raise him to become like a hero, essentially. Like I'm going to try to rehabilitate the kid. And what's the first thing he does in an effort to rehabilitate Thanos? He takes him to a bar. And I don't know why he thought this was a good idea, but it is kind of awesome. Like it is kind of cool. Because he's talking to baby Thanos and he's like, yeah, so like what you end up doing is you basically end up growing up and you end up becoming like a cosmic serial killer. Then like baby Thanos is like, what's a serial killer? And he's like, oh, well, I probably shouldn't teach you what a serial killer is. That's pretty bad. You are like a cosmic mass murderer. It's like from bad to worse. It just keeps making things worse and worse and worse. And the bartender's like, dude, man, your kid can't drink in here. And it's like, but hold on, it's different though. Like, this is cool. Something else that I hope you guys notice too is that Frank Castle has a baby leash. For those of you guys who don't know what that is, back in the day when parents were dumb, they had what were called baby leashes. And basically what you would do is you would have like this harness that would go around your kid's chest, and then like it would be a leash that would attach to the parent so the kids couldn't wander off. Parents were treating their kids like pets. They were treating their kids like dogs. And it's like, that's kind of crappy to treat your child like a dog. But nonetheless, you know, it's kind of cool because like the whole time, like this guy's like, well, I'm gonna go get my manager, you know, kind of like storms off or whatever. But like baby Thanos is like, I want to learn more about murder. Like I want to learn more about what it means to kill people. Like teach me more about that. This is the cool thing about this, guys. This is the cool thing about this. It's just good old fashioned fun. Like Cosmic Ghost Rider, from the time Cosmic Ghost Rider appeared up until now, it's like, you can't take his character seriously. You're not supposed to. Like basically it's like, what if Deadpool became Ghost Rider and then took off into space? That's basically what it is, except it's Punisher, which I think makes it better. But like when the manager shows up and starts talking trash, like literally he goes to attack Cosmic Ghost Rider and like baby Thanos comes lunging out of nowhere with a broken beer bottle. And I was like, oh my God, baby Thanos is a badass. Like it's one of the coolest things. It's one of the most awesome things to see. Like baby Thanos just like freaking out and trying to attack somebody with a broken beer bottle. It's like it's like the most awesome thing baby Thanos could do. Like, okay, here's the thing. This needs to be like an ongoing book. Because from what I understand, it's a mini-series. But this needs to be like an ongoing book of like baby Thanos. Like baby Thanos, you know, I would read that. Baby Thanos Adventures. Like I would read the heck out of that. It would be absolutely, like it'd be the tits. It'd be one of the coolest things. And then like Cosmic Ghost Rider spins around like a guy who draws a gun in a restaurant, like, all right, everybody relax. Everybody chill. But again, like the whole reason he's here, this is, you know, a little bit serious for a second. The whole reason he's here is because he's here to quote unquote meet a friend. Like that's what he's here for, is to meet a friend. And initially nobody knows who this friend is gonna be. And then when things start popping off and everybody starts panicking, we end up finding out the friend he's meeting is Galactus. Now, here's the important thing. With this whole scenario of Galactus, remember, this takes place in the past, but Cosmic Ghost Rider's from the future. And so in the future that Cosmic Ghost Rider's from, he becomes a herald of Galactus. And so he kind of goes back to the past before all of that happens, and like he's here to meet Galactus. So like he jumps onto his motorcycle, listening to AC/DC, and like baby Thanos is asking like, what's Purple Man doing? And like everybody just like Cosmic Ghost Rider's like, well, he's probably gonna devour this planet, like kill everybody on it. And it's like, well, baby Thanos like, are you gonna stop him? And he's like, well, I mean, no, like they're just gonna die. Like they're gonna die with hope, but like I'm not gonna stop him. And baby Thanos is like, this sounds like fun. Like Ghost Rider's doing a terrible job of rehabilitating baby Thanos. But it's kind of a funny moment because when Cosmic Ghost Rider gets up on Galactus, like he's just kind of like, okay, man, like we need to talk about stuff. And like Galactus' whole response is like, dude, like I'm in the middle of, like I'm getting ready to eat this planet, man. Leave me the hell alone. And then it gets kind of cool because he's like, well, all right, look, man, I know you're gonna eat this planet, but like I need your help with what's going on right now. I'm trying to become a good guy again. I've made mistakes. You know, I've paid my dues time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. And bad mistakes, I've made a few. I've had my share of sand kicked in my face, but I've come through. Why? Because we We are the champions, my friend. I'm sorry, I was looking for a reason to work that in. I really was. Oh God, I was looking for a reason to work that into the video. I've been trying to find a way to work that song into a video for a while, and I haven't been able to find a way to do it because I love We Are the Champions. It's like one of the best songs ever. But no, like he literally sits down and he's like, look, man, I'm kind of in over my head here. So like, I need you to help me sort this whole thing out. Well, in the middle of all this, baby Thanos shouts out fishes, only to find out that they're like starfish, like basically cosmic space sharks that are flying around. Now, of course, Galactus takes those out quick, fast, and in a hurry. And then that's when like it goes into the whole thing of like Cosmic Ghost Rider saying, hey, look, man, you've got these crazy powers. Just scan my mind. Galactus reads the whole mind of Cosmic Ghost Rider. And this is when things get kind of cool here, because this is when Galactus basically realizes that like in the future, they'll be allies. Now they're going to be allies because of like a mutual enemy. I mean, they're not really friends. They never really were. I mean, that was the whole basis behind Cosmic Ghost Rider in the beginning was like he and Galactus were never really friends. Like they were never besties, right? Like they were never like friends. You know, we're working together to try to kill Thanos because he's gone crazy and basically taken over the universe. But like, aside from that, like that's about it. But it's kind of a touching moment here is because you have this, you have this scenario where Galactus looks at what's going on and says, so what you're trying to do here is you're trying to kill baby Thanos. And Cosmic Ghost Rider's like, no, I'm not trying to kill baby Thanos. And Galactus is like, yes, but I think you are. Give me baby Thanos. Give me the child, and Galactus will kill him. And like baby Thanos looks up at like Cosmic Ghost Rider with like the saddest eyes. These little sad, adorable eyes. And he's just like, please don't let him kill me. And it's like, oh my God, baby Thanos, you're so adorable. And so like in this moment, this is the important thing to bear in mind. In this moment, things suddenly shift. And the reason why is because the Watcher appears. Now, for those of you guys who are unfamiliar, Uatu the Watcher has not been in Marvel Comics for a long time. He hasn't been in Marvel Comics since Original Sin and even before Secret Wars. And the reason for that was because the Watcher was basically killed by Nick Fury, right? Like the Watcher saw something he wasn't supposed to see, and Nick Fury like killed him and took his eyes because all the information the Watcher saw was stored in his eyes, which is kind of weird. And it seems to fly in the face of Original Sin itself in the sense that like the Watcher has all his information cataloged in these databases and looks at all the different universes and so on and so forth. But regardless of the scenario, the Watcher Uatu has been killed, and in his place, because he killed Uatu, the rest of the Watchers condemned the original Nick Fury, the old white guy Nick Fury, condemned him to stay on the moon, to be chained up. He can never leave, and he stays as the unseen. But he's basically hidden away from like all existence. He's more or less forgotten, and he's cursed with like seeing all things in existence, kind of creating like a new Watcher, more or less. And so what always happened in Marvel Comics, you know, to kind of explain this a little bit better, what always happened in Marvel Comics was the arrival of the Watcher was relative to a scenario, right? Like you go and look at the old like Fantastic Four stories, and the Watcher would show up, like he showed up in the original Galactus trilogy, which is really where he was essentially introduced. And it's like, I'm the Watcher, my job is to watch things and then occasionally intervene. And like he would intervene only if there were like if there was a time of crisis or something like that. Over the years in Marvel, that began to transform into the Watcher only makes his presence known when there's going to be a big shift in the status quo. So during the events like Civil War, during like Maximum Security, you know, Operation Galactic Storm, different things like that, when there were huge shifts in the direction of the Marvel Universe, the Watcher would appear and the Watcher would kind of signal the coming of major change. And that's exactly what Cosmic Ghost Rider picks up on is, okay, so like things are going to change. And like originally, like when Cosmic Ghost Rider talks to him, he's like, okay, so you're here to see if like all this crazy things are going to happen. And like the Watcher's like, no, I'm here because you're trying to fix what can't be fixed. Thanos is a universal constant. Now, a little bit of aside here for a second. That's true. Donny Cates is not pulling that out of his backside. Like that is true. Thanos is a universal constant. For those of you guys who don't know what that means, a universal constant is a concept in the universe that doesn't change. It never fluctuates. It never ever adjusts. For example, the Molecule Man Owen Reese, his origin story across every universe is the exact same because he was a product of the Beyonders. He was created by the Beyonders, so every Molecule Man across the multiverse could be blown up and then destroy the multiverse at the same time just to see what would happen. And so as a result, he's a universal constant. The cosmic entities, universal constants. These are things where it's like their power, their role in the universe is fixed, it's unchanging, and it will never become anything other than what it is. And that's the point that's made with Thanos, is that Thanos is a universal constant. Thanos in every universe will always become a bad guy. He'll always become a villain. That's why if you look at every iteration of Thanos across like every single publishing line that Marvel Comics has, in some form or fashion, he's always a villain. And so that's kind of like where Ghost Rider sort of chimes in and says, hey, look, but like we can fix him though. Like we can make him better. And the Watcher's like, okay, the reason why I'm here is because I've come to witness the worst decisions in the history of thought and the immediate consequence thereof. And so in that moment, Cosmic Ghost Rider's like, okay, fine, whatever. Then you guys just go shove off. If this is how you guys are going to be, if you guys are going to be dicks about this, then fine, I'll raise a baby on my own and I'll go do my own thing. And the Watcher's like, and there it is. Dude, I love the way Donny Cates writes these characters. Like, I love the way he writes Galactus and the Watcher. It's funny to me. It's a great reprieve from like the ongoing serious nature of Marvel Comics a lot of the time. But nonetheless, Cosmic Ghost Rider kind of takes offense to this for a second. And the Watcher's like, do you really not know how bad of a decision this is? Because let's be honest, guys, Cosmic Ghost Rider is like the least equipped to raise a child. Like, this guy has no business raising a child. You know, it's like, okay, you know, the Watcher's like, you've just created a timeline. And this is an important thing. And I'll talk about this here in a second. But he's like, you just created a timeline where basically the Punisher raises Thanos as a child. Now, let me tell you guys something. If ever there were a clickbait title, if ever there were a clickbait title, thank you, Donny Cates. If ever there were a clickbait title, that would be it. But no. Okay, now here's how, for those of you guys who are new to Marvel Comics, if you're familiar with Marvel, bear with me for a second. This next little tidbit is really more for those who are new to Marvel Comics. In Marvel Comics, they have something called branch universe theory. The way that the branch universe theory works, the way it kind of happens, is imagine you have like one straight line, right? Like this big straight line. That's the main Marvel universe, all right? This straight line is fixed and constant. It doesn't change. What happens in the future of that line might change, but the line itself doesn't change. And there are an infinite number of lines like that. Earth 1610, which is the Ultimate Universe, Earth 238, which is where Mad Jim Jaspers is from. Like, you have all these different, you know, universes that are out there. Now, what will happen is, let's say in the main Marvel universe, let's say it just happens normally. Spider-Man becomes Spider-Man, Captain America becomes Captain America, and Thor becomes Thor, and Hulk becomes Hulk, and yada, 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 so on and so forth. Now, let's say this universe has progressed up to the way it is right now, and then Ghost Rider makes a decision that he's going to kidnap baby Thanos, and he's going to raise him as his own. All right, what this does is it creates a branch universe. You have the main Marvel universe where this never happened, and now you have a new universe where it did. And what this does is it gives Marvel writers the ability to do whatever they want, to write anything they want to. And so what could conceivably happen here is that from the beginning of the series to the end, that what would end up happening is you'd end up having Donny Cates, who would tell this story where Cosmic Ghost Rider adopts baby Thanos, takes him and raises him as his own, and then like anything could happen, right? The whole universe could end up being destroyed. And then like at the end of the miniseries, he ends up going back, putting the baby back, and just undoes it all. Or just this universe just keeps on going on. This alternate universe just keeps on going. But that's the way alternate realities work. But nonetheless, in response to this, the Watcher's like, look, man, like this is not how things are supposed to be. Like, you're basically screwing things up. And so he's like, so what? And the Watcher's like, watch this. And so what ends up happening is like this massive explosion next to Cosmic Ghost Rider, knocks him on his ass. And when he's like, who the heck are you? We're met by the arrival of a future Cable and a future version of the Guardians of the Galaxy, which looks like it kind of includes some variation of Howard the Duck, Rocket Raccoon, I think that's Jubilee. I don't know if that's America Chavez or if that's what's her name, because there's in Ultron Forever, there's a version of Captain America who's a chick, and it's actually, I want to say that it's the daughter of Luke Cage and Jessica Jones who becomes the new Captain America. But nonetheless, you know, it looks cool. It looks pretty awesome. Cable joining the Guardians of the Galaxy looks pretty badass. But with that being said, guys, we're gonna bring this video to an end. If you are new here to Comics Explained, actually no, that's Juggernaut. That's Howard the Duck with the Juggernaut's powers. That's pretty badass. All right, with that being said, guys, we're gonna bring this video to an end. If you are new here to Comics Explained, make sure you guys hit the sub button to become part of the Rob Corps. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like, and I will catch you all later. Peace.